And here we are with one of Australia's finest bands, Tropical Foxstorm.
Woo!
Welcome here.
Gracias.
You've just played now.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Sweaty. But good.
Wet in my armpits.
I mean, Barcelona is a pretty sweaty place.
It's humid.
Yeah.
It's nice. We feel alive. We arrived yesterday and we were worried that we'd be jet lagged because, you know, it's not very much time to acclimatize.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like playing at Primavera to make you feel alive again.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty good.
I love it because this is the first stop of your European tour, and you're going to be touring with Bikini Kill on some of those dates. What does that mean to you? Plus, you guys plan your own tours. You're DIY. Did you reach out to Bikini Kill? Did they reach out to you?
Ham, you're gonna have to
It's an
answer
incredible
this one.
story for an iconic moment.
So where Bikini Kill played in Australia like this last year, like April or something, and I was doing drum teching for them, which was great. And then Toby got sick for the Melbourne shows, and we were like in the hotel rooms, like, oh, Toby's sick. What's going to happen? And then I joked to a friend. It's like, oh, maybe I'll play drums, but didn't tell like the people that we were touring with. And then we went down and got a coffee, and then everyone kind of just like looked at me, and it's like, well, what's going to happen? And it's like, well, what is going to happen? They're like, oh, would you play? I was like, no, I'm not going to play. I can't play drums for Bikini Kill. Anyway, so I did.
With 3 hours rehearsal.
Yeah, so I learnt the songs in 3 hours.
But they were in your blood.
Yeah, I kind of knew them. But, you know songs as a listener. You don't know songs as a player. And, Toby's just fucking incredible. She's such an amazing drummer. So trying to kind of replicate that and not put your own spin on the drums because you just want to play exactly – people aren't there to see my drumming. People are there to see Bikini Kill, right? So you need to kind of – I felt like you really needed to play it as it is. So, yeah, learnt that. Anyway, the question was, how did this come back?
Tour come up?
Yeah, so
They repaid the favor.
I just cold call Kathy and then was like, hey, you're going to be in Europe when we're in Europe. Let's play some shows together. And then it happened.
Worlds collided.
Can I just say, I'm the oldest member of the band. I'm and the white male, and I'm the only person. I saw Bikini Kill 3 times, so I'm actually the only true feminist in this band. I saw them back in the day. Back in the day.
Yeah.
The only reason why I didn't see him was because I was too young.
Because you weren't
old
fucking
cunt.
born.
You weren't born then. You weren't fucking born.
Yes, but it's going to be iconic and very exciting to have that as the middle portion of this tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I can imagine. How do you maintain your sanity going on these long tours, being so far away from home?
We don't.
It's not very present to begin with, I guess. So that's an advantage because our lives and our friendships are very absurd and stupid. So anything goes, which is good because that's how touring is.
Touring's really hard. It's hilarious. People think it's really fun. And it is fun. It can be. Oh, it's heaps of fun. We once, my main story about it is we once took this management person on tour and she was like, cool, this is going to be so fun. This is going to be the best. And so I said to her, at the end of the tour, tell me how many times, you have to be honest, tell me how many times you cried. And she was like, what? Am I going to cry? I was like, yeah,
Yes.
just tell me. And then at the end of the tour, we finished and we had this kind of great lunch and drinks and party. And I said, so how many times did you cry? She's like, fucking 10. I was like, yeah, it's touring.
Were you away for 24 hours?
Yeah. Yeah, we were away. It was one night.
And she was crying when she said 10.
No, we have a good time. We are very, very good at making a joke out of just nothing and very lucky to have a similar sense of humour. and that helps a lot.
Because of course, we see the cherry on top. We see you performing, having the time of your life, with audiences, but we don't see the hours in the van, the airport delays, luggage being lost and having to wait around for 3 hours to get that sorted out. All that kind of crap. How do you make sure that as a group, that you balance out those moments, that it's not just about that wonderful moment when you set up on stage,
For me, after coming off, being able to play for some time, and then also before that not being able to play because of COVID, I just remind myself of my shit day job, and I thank the universe that I'm able to be away with friends and have the opportunity to play. And the gig is the best bit of the day. It's like a little carrot.
Yeah.
And then I'm reminded that I'm not on fucking yard duty in a cold triangle with heaps of students that I teach normally in regional Australia.
It is wild. It's you get to do. Today I was in the hotel. I had to restring both of my guitars, just put fresh strings on, and it happens whenever I do that. I kind of look at my guitars, which I've owned for like 25, 30 years, and I just think, wow, these things are the things that I make a living off, and it's bizarre. It's just to think that was, I just want to go back in a time machine to my high school self and say, don't worry, dude, just drink as much as you want, take as many drugs as you want. It's all going to be cool.
Well, I've seen, Gareth, I've seen videos of you.
Good, that's good advice, Gaz.
That's great advice. Wonderful.
Can they hear us?
Look at those children over there listening.
There's no children out there.
Terrible influence.
Primavera is
Reach your dreams.
Plus, the Mini Musica, which is like the area for parents to take their kids, is just around the corner. So I'm sure they can hear
Get around the corner.
Gareth Liddard's wonderful advice.
Don't do what Gary did.
But for instance, Gary, you're speaking about how lucky you guys are, guys and girls, to be able to do this for a living.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of you teaching your nephew, I believe, on your socials, teaching them how to play music.
Yes.
How does the rest of your families, like who maybe don't get to do this for a living, how do they appreciate that you're rock star, the cool uncles and the cool aunts, who go on tour?
Yeah.
Or do you have to sort of keep quiet to not generate envy?
No, I have a relatively small family, and my sister.
There is a little bit of not making your brother and sisters too jealous, because they are. Don't you think?
Careful what you say. They'll be listening.
I had to have to justify my life choices to my family for a very long time, and still get told at Christmas that I should make money by becoming perhaps a musician on a cruise ship.
Oh my God!
Because that is a good way.
Well, it pays,
to earn.
Rico. It pays. It's a proper job.
You'd become even more of an alcoholic.
Yeah, well, it would be a terrible. Yeah. But the disjunctive understanding is funny.
My little nephew, we like to jam and play on the funny keyboards and things. But the thing is, if one day he said, I want to be a musician, I would just go, no fucking way. Like, no, do.
You're going to be a banker.
Well, not a banker, but anything else.
What's wrong with bankers?
A lot.
They're fucking wankers. That's what's wrong with bankers.
That's hilarious.
No, I would never
have a musicality. The way you responded.
Write it down.
What's wrong with bankers? They're a bunch of wankers.
I would never say be a musician. Like the fact that the fact that I'm not dead is fantastic for me.
Yeah.
And so I don't want my kid to go on a job that might kill him. Like, it's awful. You could just,
But all jobs. You might die on all jobs. Guys.
Yeah, but you don't drink at work when you're building a house.
Well, not everyone has to do that.
Speak for yourself.
You do. But
I build houses and I drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always see like the sort of bars where lots of workers who've been up since 4 a.m. I don't know, technicians, they're having their whiskey with their coffee at 8, 9 in the morning.
Wow, that's very Spanish.
What we call carajillo.
Yeah.
Carajillo.
Yeah, but that's a hard job.
Yeah.
That's hard. I mean, yeah, they need that baby to get through.
That's a Spanish thing when you pull into some bar at fucking 9 a.m. and two people that are 100 years old and they're drinking a beer.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How did you survive?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Well,
but that's the life lesson, you see these old Spanish or Italian granddads, knocking back the liquor at 9 in the morning, and it's like, he's 89. It can't be that bad.
It can be.
But they're very healthy. Are you still strictly very DIY? Do you do all your own management and your own tour planning and everything, or do you delegate?
We have booking agents, and we just recently got a manager in the US, but we still manage ourselves in Australia. And
I mean, Fiona does the.
Fee is
the majority
incredible.
of it, yeah.
And yeah.
I think I wrote you, in fact.
They're all clapping. Yeah.
I wrote you yesterday.
And it's an amazing setup where Fiona has all this incredible experience and all this knowledge behind her, and then it just feels like we're so lucky to then be in control of what we feel like doing and not under pressure, and we get to discuss things between ourselves and really weigh it up, and that is an amazing. That not many bands. I don't know actually. I don't think that many bands have that. There's many other parties and a lot of people trying to steer the direction, and it generally just comes to us just sitting down and having to figure out what we want to do and why, and who we want to play with and why, and that's an amazing.
We've never been part of any scene or anything, and we've always just done our thing. We kind of when we were little, when me and Fiona were little, we were into crazy music and we just wanted to make crazy music, and there's always trends and there's always zeitgeists and there's always this, that, and we've never bothered. It's never been a part of what we do. If someone says, you've got to do this, we were just like, well, no, that's not why we started.
No, we don't.
We don't have to do anything, I remember I left high school and just went, cool, I'm now officially on holiday for the rest of my life. I just need to figure out a way to make money.
But the two of you say that.
We've also got a travel agent.
That's our travel agent.
Beautiful woman. Fuck yeah, Bubsy.
Travel agent to the stars.
You also say that whatever, you don't have a job, but the two of these, they just work non-stop for the band and think about the band and put back into the band, and it's just an incredible. What's the snake that eats itself?
Name.
The Ouroboros. And it's not negative. It's a good thing. It's just unbelievable, actually, how much you say you clock off, but you've just clocked onto your life passion, Gareth, haven't you?
Yeah, and it was.
Haven't you done?
Yeah, but the thing is,
You really just found what you loved and you put your bloody back into it.
But to answer that question in a way, if an outsider is interested in it, you could say what you want to do, make music, and it's kind of equal parts. Yeah, I wanted to make music, and also I didn't want to have a fucking stupid fucking job. I was allergic to work.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah. And now
And yet you're
I've
a
got
hard
a great
worker.
job. Yeah, I'm a hard worker, but I can drink at work. It's
Yeah.
great.
It's all about that.
And that's all it comes down to.
Here we go.
I was going to ask Gareth this, but I'd rather ask you three. How do you react when you open Wikipedia and you read that Gareth is considered one of Australia's greatest songwriters?
Yeah, I want to
I've
I
never-
want to hear the answer to this.
I've never looked up Gareth Lydiard on Wikipedia. I don't know.
It's a funny. It is.
This,
Come
this
on,
is
girls.
news to me.
Let's
It's
go. It's just news to me. Fuck you.
We like to take him down a notch.
we like to keep him real.
There is a full on. My first experience. Actually, it's insane that you're kind of a magnet for absolute weirdos. I'm not saying that case in point.
Not yous.
No, what about us? No.
And her.
But I remember singing and supporting Gaz and Fee's old band in a backwater town in Australia, and some fella, I went in to watch the band, and then some fella kind of approached me from the side and started talking to me and giving me side eye. And I was like, who is this character? And I was sort of like trying to get away. And then just shut the chat down. I was like, cool, nice to meet you. Thanks so much for watching the band. Gotta go. And then he quickly realized that I was trying to escape the conversation. And he passed me a CD and he goes, give this. It's from the Illuminati to Australia's greatest poet. And then I took it and I said, guys, we've got the keys to the city of the Illuminati. And then you fucking ran over it with the tour van and we never found out.
And that's why we'll never be successful.
Yeah, don't give me CDs. I'm not interested.
Anyway, yeah, they're out there.
Oh,
You
LPs, they're too
attract
heavy.
them. And
Can't
maybe
take
that's
them
the
out.
guy. Maybe that's the guy that writes the Wikipedia page. I don't know. Maybe I missed my boat there.
They had my age wrong for years. I was 1 year older than I was for about 5 years.
So you look.
And even I once need to check my age, so I Googled myself, and yeah.
So how often do you Google yourself?
Yeah, Gaz.
About once a year, to be honest. Yeah,
Bullshit.
Fuck off! It's about once a year.
She's got your internet history.
I'm joking.
checking, all the
Yeah, I had to do
bomb making.
He's looking at it again.
No, it's like once a year I will look at the Wikipedia and just make sure that my age is correct.
It is so dumb.
And I update it as I
And
see fit.
here's one thing. Here's one thing.
okay, here we
Can I
go.
just say one thing?
Who's interviewing who?
No, I just want to say one thing about the fucking Wikipedia. If any of you people have a Wikipedia page, try and edit it. Like if they say you're older than you are, if you get in there and try and edit it, it'll, it's pretty standard procedure. You get in there and you go, and it'll say Gareth Lydiard is born in 1974. And I'm like, no, I'm 1975. And then I'll go 1975, continue. And then it will say, and then it says, what are your sources? And I'll say, I am fucking Gareth fucking Lydiard. It's me. And then it will say, that is not a valid source. They're like, oh, man.
Yeah. Click on the squares that have a bus.
So coming back to, is Gareth Lydiard one of the greatest songwriters in Australia?
I didn't write that. I would have if I could have.
So finally I got through and then wrote that.
Now, you're a band that we hold very dear here in Primavera Sound because you have the DNA of what we love. I don't know what, and I can't put that into words, but another band that you've toured with and you've recorded with is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. What lessons have you learned from being close to them?
Our first tour with them they were so generous. Obviously, they toured. You can tell the pre-chapter, which is that they supported the drones around Australia when they were little, grommets. And but our first tour as a band, they sort of repaid the generosity, and we didn't even have any songs. Oh, really? And we just packed our bags and went to America and supported Giz, and it was so incredible just to watch them play every day with such energy and aptitude, and also just pack up all their own gear and line check everything themselves, and you're just extremely casual and kind to everyone. And I hadn't done that many big tours at that point, and certainly hadn't toured the States at that point. Oh yeah, really. And that was an amazing lesson. It's beautiful to watch.
Before that, we our old band Men Fiat, the Drones took them on tour, their first ever tour, and the first night. So they were like 20, 22, and the first night they came out and they played, and then they played, and then they played, and then they played, and me and Fee were standing on the side of the stage going,
Time, boys,
like,
time.
you have to fucking stop. There is actually, and they didn't realise that there'd be a time limit. They thought it was like a backyard party. They kept going. We were like, we have to play too, and this pub shuts. Everyone has to go home, and they were like, oh, okay. And that
extremely green.
It was amazing, and then and then they put out Nonagon, Infinity, and those albums, the ones that sound like they're recorded on cassette tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a real game changer because it was really like, apart from, Spain and Basque, And then maybe some parts of Germany. Australian music wasn't that kind of popular or accepted, and it was them and Courtney Barnett that kind of really opened it up. And so that's huge. And once they did that, it's made it easy for Amel and the Sniffers and the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets and all sorts of Australian bands to. It's changed, because before that, especially in the UK, because we're a colony of the UK, they just fucking hated us. And the drones would go over and we were like, we were just agile and hostile. We're like sort of Black Flag, kind of smash everything and.
So not very nice and polite.
No, we weren't
like
polite at all.
Gears.
And they hated us. The English hated us. We did gigs where people wouldn't even clap. They'd go. Yet they'd be there.
Yeah.
They'd be and they'd go.
Waiting for the
But then
headline
they'd
band.
go and
Waiting for the headline band, and we'd be playing like sick versions of songs. You'd finish song and go, that was fucking, we were ripping then. That was sick. How good are we? And then they'd go. And that all changed when King Giz and Courtney, they kind of just made everyone accept. And I think, with the generation change, the millennial change, that's a whole sort of
Open
vibe.
arms.
Yeah, rather than just fucking hating people for fun. Like, the millennials came along, and then Courtney and Giz came along, and it was really good after that. That's a huge thing. And then,
That's a broad statement, is it?
No, it is a broad generalisation. But and then I always just Giz are great, and just they're great guitar players and great dudes. They're really cool. They're real sweeties, and they're silly. They're fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
They're completely silly bastards. Yeah.
Is there anyone that you've been overwhelmed to find out that they're fans of either Drones or Tropical Fuckstorm?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Well,
Iggy Pop.
and rest in peace, Steve Albini.
Yes.
It's really missing
Albini.
missing Shellac being here.
Would you ever have desired to record an album with Albini at Electric Audio?
We were kind of thinking about it with the Drones, but never got around to it. But yeah. And then it's been, Black Flag guys, the Jesus Lizard, I don't know, lots. I mean,
Iggy Pop's this mind-blowing, him, it's fucking insane, actually. He, in his radio show, and he's such a dedicated and really, a really deep listener of music, and he provides such good feedback to so many bands. He's really listening, and he's just not fucking around. And to hear him sort of sing back a melody of one of our songs is just such a fucking head fuck. And his gentle way of doing his show, and just his calm riffing about his thoughts, and just pulling shit out of the air. And that was just melting.
Yeah,
melting my brain.
It melted my brain. The Stooges. And I think we were where were we? We were in Spain. Sardinia. Woke up and he was on the internet.
It was like, oh, let's play that again.
Humming our song. We was like, what the fuck?
I just heard that little soundbite through the wall, because you
staying in a farm.
You and Fee were sharing a wall with me and Ichi, and I could just hear this Raindrops by Tropical Fuckstorm. Raindrops.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on over there? And then it's like, have you guys seen this? And it's like, oh God.
Well, he's like, Stooges are like Hendrix or Nina Simone or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
next level.
They're deities.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a Spanish, they were kind of a psychedelic flamenco duo called Las Grecas?
No, not Las Grecas, but
No.
a friend was telling us there's some doom band these days who has like a flamenco style but electric guitar player. But I know like Ramon Montoya, Carlos Montoya, Sabacus, all the pre-popular Paca, all the pre-Paca Pene kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like flamenco. Flamenco's the best guitar
Lucio
playing.
Paco Pene, when he was last in Melbourne, was so beautiful.
Yeah.
But no, we don't know Las Grecas.
It's because the song which opens A Laughing Death in Meat Space, You Let My Tires Down. Na 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 na
Yeah,
na na.
Yeah, absolutely.
Na, na, Te estoy llamando locamente. Na, na, na. If I play it to you, I can't do it now because of.
Yeah, we ripped that off, but
It's one of the similarities.
No,
that's
we've
inevitable.
never heard.
We're about to be called out.
never heard of him.
It's because I'm listening. I was like, damn it! it's like I can't like not hear it. You know, it's like Te estoy amando locamente. Great track, by the way. I recommend you play it back at your hotel.
Thank you.
Sergi, anything?
No, I think we are pretty on time. So
Yeah. I know it's.
Well, it's just because we can talk forever.
I know, but it's
don't
nice.
let us
It's really nice.
because
This is good radio. We're relaxed. You know. It's
Speed round. Let's go.
Exactly. No, one last silly question. Do you ever get, what's the funniest situation where a promoter or some kind of parent association has given you grief for advertising your gig in a town with posters and using the F word? You know, and there's a poster and maybe there's a school nearby and, you know, have you ever had a funny situation where like, you know, some angry parent?
There was a poster. We were on the bill with Spike, another great and now not going anymore Melbourne band called Spike Fuck. And then it was Tropical Fuck Storm. And then...
No, Suscunts.
Suscunts. And
Hammy's
the mayor,
wife's band.
Mayor.
Wasn't it? I can remember. Yeah, there was a post that was like, "We can stop. Who is doing this? Stop this!" Putting these legit posters up around the town. And I can't remember what came of it, but it was a bit of a storm in a teacup.
The mayor had something to say.
Yeah, do you remember that?
You can't.
Vaguely. Yeah.
Vaguely. Anyway, it is true. It is also a Melbourne. There are lots of disgusting names. So c'est la vie. It's just what happens down there.
Wasn't there a show like after COVID? There was like that huge show that they did at the
Forum.
Nah, the outside one,
Sydney Mine Music Bowl.
the Music Bowl, and it was like the government put it on. And didn't they like want us to play, but they couldn't ask us to play because of our name?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think they just water under the bridge. But it is very funny
that a
thinking
thing?
about the.
Or maybe I made that up.
No, I like it. I like it.
If you don't have a good answer, make it up.
it's
But,
a story.
Victorian government.
But it is funny thinking about. We have been lucky to play some, I don't know, really big spaces in Melbourne, and it's funny to imagine the boardrooms because it definitely happens.
We're not allowed.
People are like, why are we having these horrible bands with these horrible names play at our beautiful stadiums?
we can't write our name on Facebook. I mean, they won't let it. I remember we were going, wow, you know, you have to say Tropical F Storm. Look at this guy. you have to
Have a go at this
yeah.
cunt.
And then the next minute, you know, you can live screen a fucking a massacre you're perpetrating.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just-
but you can't say Tropical Fuck Storm.
Oh, that's just meta for you. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Yeah.
But yeah, the worst is trying to get a job and be in the band, to be honest.
Customs. Customs is hard.
Customs also difficult.
No, English customs love it. Like they love it.
They've changed, haven't they?
Yeah, they really have a good time.
Do you love England or hate England? What is this?
Love.
Love.
Oh, little Lord Lydiard'd love England, wouldn't he?
Fuck off. I grew up there. I don't like it. West Ham, any fucking football player. No, you're all fucking Barcelona.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Ham, because Ham,
Yeah, we made the
cheers.
special
I'm not
trip
a Barca
today.
Congratulations, everybody, on the big win on the weekend. Well done.
oh, so you're not just wearing it to like appease the
No
local
way.
audience. You're a
No,
Barca
I'm a-
supporter.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ham
for
is
real.
legit. Ham doesn't appease.
Okay, nice. You're not. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not here to please people.
She's here to win.
And when we did.
Tropical Fuck Storm. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here at our studio, and it's been great watching you light that stage up tonight. Are you going to stick around for the rest of the evening, or do you have to pack up and go to the
And
next
we've
town?
packed up, so we get to stick around.
Yeah, I'm saying to watch Phoenix.
Nice,
Great.
nice. And do you will you enjoy a bit of Barcelona tourism?
Yeah, I'll go
the
eat
city?
some peppers or something later.
Delicious.
Pimientos.
Padron peppers.
Pimientos del Padrón. Unos
Sí.
pican, otros no.
Grab a little cerveza.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
Who knows?
Bueno, muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Jodida tormenta tropical.
See, that's
gracias.
amazing.
That would be the translation.
Yeah, I love it.
Jodida
Is that
tormenta
Jodida.
tropical.
Yeah.
Jodida Tormenta tropical.
Tormenta tropical.
Sí.
Ordida tormenta tropical.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's way better. Johan, Sergi, thank you for having us, and Primavera
you.
and everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
It's so nice to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.